tremendously because it is, it's an elongated process, reviewing the resumes, checking, scheduling, and all that stuff. So if we can speed that up from a text message platform to where they can schedule, making sure it identifies if they have the great skills, and the candidate will be able to schedule their own interview time with the recruiter. So that speeds up, you flood the calendar for the recruiter, and then there's a time efficiency there.
So one of the coolest things I've seen evolving in this area, and I'm just being completely company or industry agnostic here, is the idea of 24-hour, 7-day-a-week interviews using technology. So if you think about a job where the initial interview can be done, it's a tech role, and the first step of that interview process is really understanding if the candidate has those tech skills. That could be done with AI, right? And then now the candidate could schedule that first interview anytime that works for them. They're already working a 9 to 5 and they have to be attentive, to their day, and they may not have time for that phone call. What if I could take that call at 2 o'clock on a Saturday afternoon and be ready Monday morning for the next step of that interview process? So now we're addressing one of the biggest problems in recruiting is a flooded pipeline, right? There's too much going on from that perspective. Is there any hesitation? Listen, you lead the organization from a talent perspective. Is it like, whoa, guys, are we moving too fast here? Do we need to slow down? Is there any hesitation with all this technology coming in?
No, I think that's just the time we're in, right? If you think technology, it's been around for years, so people that fear it should not. You went from cooking on the stove to microwave, et cetera,
Right.
small, so technology.
Air fryers now, geez, air fryers.
Exactly.
Air fryers are great, by the way.
Exactly.
I air fried pigs in a blanket the other day, and I mean, game changer. Game changer.
Right, so technology, it's just you have to adapt, you have to change. You don't want to be left behind. But no, I don't see any major downfall for that. To Joel's point earlier in the other segment, he was talking about how it can, pretty much take over certain functions. It's true, but I think recruiters just need to adapt faster. Organizations need to adapt faster. Leadership needs to see the benefit in that.
Right.
And so it's an organizational shift.
Let's get back to talking about the role of the modern recruiter here. And this is something I'm fascinated with. And I really think that a company, it's kind of one of my favorite roles of the last 10 years is the emergence of the HR BP, the HR business partner out there, where a recruiter or someone in HR really understands the business, the finances of it. They understand the people planning process there, and they can work directly with the hiring managers, finance, to understand what do we need for this role, what kind of budgets do we have allocated, some future planning coming up here. So if you're a recruiter out there right now, get deeper involved with the actual business. Upskill yourself on AI within the recruitment space, because otherwise you're going to be obsolete. But if you could come to the table and you could provide value and say, hey, listen, here's some tools that are out there. Here's some, maybe I'm using some tools that the company is not to improve the process here. Hey, why is Adam working so much faster and delivering more? Well, he's using X, Y, and Z tool. Make yourself invaluable by upskilling. How do you encourage your frontline recruiters to always be learning and upskilling and not just being, paper pushers as some recruiters are?
Yeah, I think you just said it, right? So it's transitioning TA to business partners as well. And so to your point, if recruiters were to, and we're talking in-house recruiters, right, TA? So if they were to come with more industry stats and say, hey, Adam, I know you're looking for this mechanical engineer. Based on the research that I've done, I see these are the markets that yield the highest, graduation rate for the schools, for the skill set.